Well, you know, I think I've droned on long enough.
I just heard what happened. I wanted to offer my condolences to the team. Quark's loss is a true tragedy. The man was a hero. Brave, honest, kind, and humble to the core.
What a load of bullshit.
Hello, it's Master347 for the finale of Dark Souls. And last time we finished off with the DLC. We pretty much did everything we wanted to do. Then we got through the Chasm of the Abyss, helped out Sith, and we even beat the Father of the Abyss himself, Manus. So, off screen, pretty much what I'm doing mostly is I'm getting a few trophies off screen, basically maximizing certain weapons for Divine and Magic weapon, maxed it out because I had a few tiny ice slabs. I figured what the hell, just do that. But and besides, it's been leveling up a little bit, getting my health up. At this point, I don't really care because I'm at the final part of the game now. But I thought I'd show a few of things off first. First of all, if you're still stuck at trying to make that tricky jump, if you're not sure, again, you can put on the Ring of Sacrifice to help you out, or you could actually walk off here. And if you hug it, there we go. It's a little close, but you can hug it right here, and it'll help you get through this side. And then you can talk to this guy right here. And here's pretty much armor from previous bosses. This is where I got the armor of Artorias. Also got, I also brought all these things on my screen because I could. I figured, what the hell. All these other armors doesn't really matter because if I did repair get a New Game Plus, and I beat these bosses again, I basically guess armor's gonna appear here again. But Ornstein will be the exception. Ornstein is gonna be the exception to it because, well, I beat Ornstein last compared to all the others. So yeah. And if you're afraid of just jumping or making that jump, if you might die, just use a homeward bone. It don't cost that much. I know it feels like a giant waste, but you know, better safe than sorry. It's annoying that he's right there, but it is easy to get down to if you just jump from that bit. So yeah. But if you're still not sure, just go to Ring of Sacrifice. You know, just make yourself feel at ease. Okay, now next we're actually going to be killing an NPC and get it on there. You see, now we're at the final finale. You can actually kill the NPCs around here now if you want, if you don't want to buy anything from their shops. I'm not going to do that, just this one, but you can if you want for extra humanity and stuff. But remember, once they're dead, they don't come back, especially the merchants if you actually want to buy something from them. So, yeah. Anywho. Now I'm going to go back to the Daughter of Chaos. We're going to kill her. Because you see, she actually drops a Firekeeper soul. And there was already a Firekeeper back at Firelink Shrine. So we can actually get +6 in our Estus facts. There's no point keeping her alive now. And the only reason we did that basically was to get that Chaos Firestorm. And to knock the shortcut from Lost Islev to the Demon Ruins. So keeping her alive is completely pointless. But if you do that, he will aggro. Which is why I have a homeward bone as standby so I can easily get out of there. So, sorry, nothing personal, but I need your souls. And for doing that, we get the Firekeeper soul. And he aggroes now, he is pissed. But, sorry buddy, we're out of here. Of course, you do that, bonfire won't work anymore. And basically, you can't. I'm not sure it's similar to like the bonfire in Orlando, where you can warp there, but you can't warp out, so we actually use it. Because since he's a Firekeeper, just like the one in Orlando, that soul's gone now. However, though, now we have a Firekeeper soul and stuff. If we go to her, we should get Estus Flask +6. So reinforce Estus Flask. Now it's +6, and it's heal us even more. And when doing this, once you have no further use of the Chaos Covenant. Again, once you got to +2, unlock the shortcut and got both Chaos Pyromancies. Oh, and also the one thing with that merchant as well, and got the toxic mist as well and all that. And you got an Pyromancy Flame. That comment's completely useless. Don't really need to do that anymore, so yeah. I know it seems pretty cool what I did there, but it was necessary. But, okay then. Now we're going off to like the final area. Now we're back in a bit. I need to do some final preparations for this area. also for like the boss in question. So I'll see you guys then. Alright, I'm back. I decided to use this set because it seemed kind of fitting. Because, you know, Artorias is one of the Knights of Gwyn stuff. Yeah, it gives you a medium roll. But, again, it feels fitting to use this. I'm not using the Abyssal because I want to make it more of a long reach. But I also changed my shield to the Black Knight shield. Now, if you don't have this shield, then don't worry, there's an alternative. But the reason I got this, I've used the +5. Because again, two Untitled Knights is that a piece of cake. But, whatever. Basically, I got this, basically because it gives you a ton of fire protection with 100% physical block. But your alternative, if you do not have the Black Knight shield, because they drop by the Black Knight, and you know, their drops don't actually drop that great, you can use the Dragon Crest shield, which you can get in the Valley of the Drakes. I showed you that literally in the first part of the game, so you should have that by now, ages ago. But for the most part, that's pretty much it. And I do actual healing and stuff. If I feel like I can switch over healing items, but I also have the Havel's Ring equipped as well. At this point, I don't care about certain enemy drops. In fact, the last area only has one item defined, and that's literally it. But anywho, now you could talk to Frampton here, take you down there like he usually does, but the also way going down there, and this won't kill you by the way, is to just jump down. Jump down here, and it's wrapping. See? But okay. Here's the Firelink Altar. Now, if you defeated Seif the Scaleless, the Bed of Chaos, Nito, Nito the Grave Lord. Jeez, I'm forgetting about the others. And oh jeez, who's the last one? Oh right, yeah, it's key items. Soul of the Four Kings. Soul of the Four Kings. If you've beaten all 4 of these bosses, then you're ready. Once you've beaten all 4 of them, you will unlock this gate. So rest at Lord Vessel, and it's pretty much the same level of tree magic and stuff. But the difference with this one is that you can offer souls to Lord Vessel, which we're going to do. We have all 4 of them now, so let's do it. And there we go. And with that, we're actually the last area of the game. And we walk through here, we should see some phantoms. These are said to be previous heroes or kings that also went through this path. Don't worry, you can't interact with them, they can't hurt you. They're just there to pass through the time. But yep, they're the previous kings basically. But here we are in the final area. Kiln of the First Flame. Now this place is very short, but it makes up the fact that you'll be fighting nothing but Black Knights here. Or every single Black Knight you fight here always drops a type of chunk. Always. And if you haven't got any of the other drops yet, specifically any of their weapons, you can get them from here. Be careful, this is a hot spot for invasions, so you gotta be careful here. But luckily though, there isn't that many of them per se. Really? Yeah. There we go. So that, they always drop certain chunks, so you can grind for chunks here for days. Tight Knight chunks, Red Tight Knight chunks, Blue Tight Knight chunks, the same amount of Black Knight to fight every time, always drop chunks. Be careful here, because this is a hot spot for invasions too, because it is the final area. And they know this, which is why you fight nothing but these Black Knights. And this one has the Ultra Great Sword. Ugh. Jeez. So these ones are a bit tougher. I'm underestimating them. I've got to be careful. But this one always drops with Untitled Chapter. Again, you can get the weapons and shields and stuff. And this is supposed to be the grind them for the Black Knight gear. I was quite lucky that I got most of it when I was finding this when I went through the new game. The only thing I don't have is the Ultra Knight Black Sword. Not the Great Knight Black Sword, the Ultra version. Now, let's see. There are a few more Black Knights. There's one right here. I'd rather find one this side because it's a bit more bigger platform. Easy me to fight back. Again, if you can parry, go ahead and parry. If you can. I like to goat their attacks. Because I have a long range weapon. But if you can parry, then by all means, go right ahead. And this one always drops the Titanite chunk. Ooh, the Black Knight shield. And this is where you get the very last item in the game, if you've got more like I have, or at least most. With that, it's the Black Knight set. Yep, you get the armor set right here. If you want their weapons though and stuff, I'm afraid you're going to have to grind for those. However though, remember at the very beginning of the game, I told you, placing it back at that all the other parts. Yes, we did it correctly. Here he is. Ha ha ha. Yes, Knight Solaire. If you did the side quest as exactly as I did, then your Knight Solaire should appear here. This is the reason I'm human. If I didn't do successfully and he wasn't there, or if he didn't do the side quest so I actually killed him, then just kill him as a phantom, because again it's a hotspot for invasions. I'm lucky no one's actually invading me yet, and I'm human. There's two more Black Knights around here. But again, they're not very tough because they're pretty far apart. So, there we go. This one has the Great Axe. This one always drops. I don't know about any shields, but white Titanite chunk. That's the most important one. This one's the one that has the lance. I mean the halberd. There we are. And this one always drops a blue Titanite chunk. So again, you keep farming these guys over and over again for chunks, if you want to get whatever you want, basically. So yeah, pretty much whatever you want to do, it's all cool. And that's pretty much it. Yep, that's the entirety of the entire area. It's extremely short. So yeah. What I'm going to use here for healing items is pretty much all the healing items I got throughout the game. There's no point in holding back. Actually, my save did pretty good. But I will at least... Where are they? Did I bypass them? The oh, there we go. Divine Blessings. Just in case. Oh, what the hell. Humanities as well. I've got more than enough of them now. Boop. Well, okay then. Now for the final boss. Now, the final boss, you can parry him. Like so. If you got your timing just right, you can parry the final boss. I know it's crazy, but you can actually do that. But I'm not confident in my parries, which is why I'm so glad I managed to get Knight Solaire. First time I played through this game, I didn't do the side quest, so I had to fight this guy solo. And it was a bit tough. But I did find some ways of dealing with it a bit. But I'll show you soon enough. With Knight Solaire though, it's true that since I have some of the Phantom, you have more health, but you really want someone to aggro him, because he can combo you quite toughly, and more importantly, have a shield with fire defense, because his attacks do a lot of damage and fire damage. So even if I block, it can still do damage because it's fire. But here we go. Final boss time. Let's see if I can do it my first try. Here he is. This is him right here. Ugh. He has quite a long reach. Ugh. Be careful, he does have a grab attack. Oh, and yes, he can kick you too. That's the move you gotta watch out for, the grab. Do not let him grab you. But if you are stuck, you can actually use this rock right here, which I'm running around, to help you fight him. And because there's an angle on it, there's a bit of curve like a hill, you can actually dodge some of his attacks. Yeah. Ooh, that was lucky. That's the worst part. Oh! You did it for me! Oh wow! You actually killed the boss for me. The final boss. Awesome. But with that, we've now defeated this, well, pretty much Gwyn. And we got a sunlight medal because he survived. Yeah. That was hilarious. But yeah, I made that boss look easy because I had Night Solaire to help distract him. But if you're having trouble like me, use this rock. Walk around this rock because there's a bit of a hill on it. See? So his attacks will actually go over your head. And this is why I wanted a shield that has 95% block against fire, because even though I could block his moves, he can still might do damage to me. I made it look real easy because, well, that's why I'm pretty strong leveled, and I had Night Solaire to help me out. But with Soul Gwyn, they're probably wondering, wait a minute, this is like the contain incredible power. So we go. Lord Gwyn, bequeath most of his powers to the gods and burn us in the first flame. But even so, Lord Gwyn's soul is a powerful thing indeed. Yep. And you can use that to actually make a weapon. But here's the thing. There are two endings to this game. You can have the Age of Dark by going through this area right here, and pretty much all of the serpents will serve you beginning the Age of Dark. Or you can do what Gwyn did and light the first flame. The first flame for this game actually elevated the Dark Age, which I did the first time. So it's actually going to do the other ending this time and light this fire. But yeah, I made that boss look easy because I had Solaire, but he is not. So he can do a lot of mean combos and stuff. So that's why every Night Solaire alone is good for that final boss. Because I'm not very good at parrying. So yeah. And long range weapon like the Hailbird is also useful simply because I can actually attack from far away. His sword swings are dangerous though because you saw they have like a 360-degree angle, sort of like this, a little bit. So don't get cocky. So yeah, I'm surprised I even survived that. But okay then, let's go for the ending, pretty much the one that Frampt want. So, let's link the fire. To link the fire. Yep, there we go. Because I got the Dark Age, I need the first wave for the game, so there's no point doing that one again. Again, if you want to see the other ending, just look at YouTube, there's plenty of YouTube videos. But, yep, there we go. That is Dark Souls. And I had a fun time playing for this game. Again, frustrating time, because, you know, it's a Dark Souls game, obviously. But, it is referred to Demon Souls, so, if you play Demon Souls, you definitely see a lot of familiarity with it. I never played Demon Souls. I might play it one of the days for myself and see why that game became so popular, and then in turn got to play this one. But I still haven't played Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne. I need to get to those sometime. But this is a game I do like in small intervals. I'm not going to go straight to the Dark Souls game off screen. But what I think it's a really good game, and it really pushed the boundaries of challenge to make it fair but tough, and not just ridiculous. Even Dark Souls isn't perfect, and there are some bullshit moments, but overall it's still a really good game. It's still fantastic, and the best part of the game is that it barely tells much of a story, as in the story you have to discover for yourself. Pretty much that's why there's a ton of item descriptions of certain pieces of equipment or even swords. You gotta piece the story yourself and find out the lore. But if you still don't want to bother doing that, there are tons of YouTube videos telling the lore, and it's quite fascinating. Recommend looking them up. There's probably tons of lore about him and theories and stuff. If you have a video game where people are still going with theories about it, then you've made a good video game people talking about. So yeah. But yep, there we go. However though, there is one other thing. You can replay the game over and over again with everything, only your equipment intact. Basically known as a New Game Plus, as you probably guessed. New Game Plus, basically, you get to carry on all the equipment you had, all the upgrades, all your sorceries and stuff, blah blah blah. I think there are a few things that don't carry over, but most of its stuff does. But basically, the difference is the enemies are tougher, but they give out more souls. So that pretty much counters that. Plus, if you want to get all the trophies in the game, you have to replay the game at least more than once. Specifically for a few miracles and stuff. And creating boss weapons to get that all wear weapons trophy. See, Sith Soul is a soul you have to make. Most souls you have to make at least 1 or 2 weapons. Sith Soul you have to make 3. 2 types of swords and 1 shield. So yeah. Please make you play the game at least 2.5 times, because once you've gotten that soul, then you don't have to worry about all the others, because you got the others before. I don't bother too much with the boss souls, because to be honest, again, the boss weapons for the most part aren't really that amazing, quite frankly. Shield design contest winners. I was talking about this a little bit, basically, about for you. You most know the blood shield, or basically that other shield back in the Tomb of the Giants. But they're contesting it because they designed a good shield for it, so they were put in the game. So that was pretty cool of them to do that. But overall, I think it's a fantastic game, but definitely not for the faint of heart. Not for those who can get waistcoat very easily. It's going to be quite brutal. I'm surprised again I did not get invaded, because again, the fine area in the game is a hotspot for invasions, so I guess I was quite lucky there. And I didn't do every tiny little bit in the game. Again, there are covenants, but to be honest, most of them you don't even need to want to level up all the way through, because the last few levels don't really give you much of anything for most of them. So yeah, that's why I didn't bother maxing out again with the Chaos Covenant, because there's no point at all, because again, once you got in the Chaos Storm and unlock the shortcut, the other two don't do anything. But there we are, there's Chris, there we go. What it's going to do now, basically, is show you guys a bit of New Game Plus. Let's see, I think what happens is, I think the thing gets started up again. There we go. You know, right where you started right here, the Undead Asylum. And pick up a game of a dungeon cell key. The difference is, like I said, you get to keep everything you had right here. Let's see. You get to keep all the souls, all of them. That's quite interesting. Yep, the only thing you got to keep is the bottomless box, the master key, and the dungeon cell key, because those are the items that we start with. But you see all the other keys, they don't appear again. So yeah, you kind of do. Actually, now that I think about it, I wonder, do we still get the Abyss ring we have to beat the boss again to get that. That's quite interesting though. But yep, all the spells we got to keep as well. Difference is though, enemies are tougher down and do more damage. But because you had all the equipment passed them right here, it pretty much easily counters all of that. If you want a more description, else happens in New Game Plus, pretty much that's it, to be honest. I can't think of what else you do in New Game Plus, quite frankly. But again, if you want to go through the game again and get any sorceries or miracles you might have missed, you want to get them, by all means, to get those trophies and stuff. The toughest one is getting the trophy, which is all rare weapons. But with that, we are now done with Dark Souls. Good thing too, because I'm having, I think, a bit of infection in my throat. Ugh. So yeah, I think I'm getting a bit of a cold or something. So I'm glad I got this done. But I hope you guys enjoy my playthrough of Dark Souls. I'm sorry if I got lost from time to time and stuff. I'm not perfect, but I've played most for fun, as well as just showing you guys around and what I did. But what I'm going to do next, I'm not sure, but it will not be with live commentary. Not for a good while, because I think I might have a throat problem and I need a bit of a rest, and I don't want to really talk too much anyway now. I'm pretty much done with live commentary for a bit. But again, if you enjoyed Dark Souls, please comment below, whatever. Tell me what you think is a part of the game. What's your favourite lore? You know, just comment below and tell me what you guys think. Because again, I don't really do anything like this in RPGs quite often, especially really tough ones like this. Because this is one of the toughest action RPGs to play, period. But again, hope you guys enjoy this playthrough of Dark Souls. But with that, it is Master 347. Going towards RPG the platform here. Stay classy.